Good evening, everyone. It is I, Yyfgarl Thundercop, bringing you another episode of Dread Delusion. In the last episode, we completed the first part of the tutorial, or really the tutorial area, and we were sent off to take out... Sadly, our prey got away, and we have to go find a man who claims to know where she is. Alright. How the hell do I get there? I have no idea. Oh, can I jump down this? Oh, sweet. Anything cool? No? What? Alright. Wait, nope. I just remembered what I'm supposed to do. Hup. Take me away, lavender breeze. This cutter needs to be repaired. What? And how the hell am I supposed to leave this hellhole? Where does this lead? Okay. Now I'm just confused. Alright, road south. Gotcha. I'm not reading her voice again, because, if I do that, I will die. Alright, draw my blade in case any brigands come at me. Activate that checkpoint. Alright. Oh my, what's all that commotion over yonder? I appear to be quite lost. I bought a map of these Honoric Isles back in Ryova, but it seems to be decades out of date, he grumbles. That's the trouble with these frigid islands. Every few decades they've floated into different positions. Take my advice, traveler. If you're looking to explore, make sure you find an accurate map. Well, do you know where I can find one? Well, I noticed that the Erudite Academy is flying over Hollowshire to the south of here. Can you see it up there, in the sky? It travels all over the Apostatic Union, so I've heard. I met one of their scholars in a red tent in the forest underneath Pwyll village, though I've seen them in other places too. Believe it or not, they're working on a map of the region right now, only it's not quite ready. Still, I'd try asking them. Worth a shot, eh? Where are you trying to get to? Oh, I'm trying to get to the Endless Realm. It's said to be a place where people never die, even though the flesh peels from their bones. As a boy, my mother would scare me with tales of the Cadaver Crusades, when the Endless would hunt the living and feast on their still warm bodies. It would scare me witless, but still, I always dreamed of going there someday. You're an insane individual. And I have it on good authority that they've reformed their ways. They only eat non-sentient meat and are on good terms with the Apostatic Union, so I said to myself, what do I have to lose? He gulps. Well, I suppose they could still eat me. Well, have fun. Alright. Follow the road south. This is Pwyll Town. Pwyll Village. This way to the Sacred Shroom. Am I on acid? I popped too much skooma in my bones? Am I recording? Yes, I am. Wouldn't be a Yyfgarl Thundercop video if I didn't have to stop and ask myself, am I recording? I woke up at 2 a.m. today, so if I sound a little like my brain is going to soup, it's because I've been talking with Ballin for the past 5 hours. Wait. 3 hours. No, wait. 6 hours. Oh, there, good sir, in a mushroom hat. The youth looks at you with caution, wide eyes lodged in a gaunt face. Oh, a newcomer! Welcome to Pwyll Village. My name's Lud. Were you, involved in all that commotion over at the old fort? Yeah. Sure, I've just killed more folk than you could count. Well, I suppose there would have been, he swallows, a lot of blood and such? No, I killed them with harsh words. Yes, of course. He looks around as if for something to say. Did I mention that our town has got Pwyll? We're just a humble village. Have you heard of scryer shroom? It's a mushroom that shows you the future. We grow it and sell it, only, things aren't going so well lately. People are worried. What's wrong exactly? Well, the crop yield is bad. Each year we've been growing less scryer shroom. Scratches his head. Some people are getting worried. He looks around and leans in closer. I've heard some people are considering the old ways. His eyes are practically bulging. You know, consorting with Wiccans and gods. Wiccans? Oh, we can't have that. That's very stupid of them. The boy nods furiously. Of course, very illegal. But also kind of exciting, wouldn't you say? He seems to regret his choice of words. I just mean, it's very boring here sometimes. Anyway, the local Weight Master Kolwick has gotten pretty spooked by it all. He's weighing everyone who comes by, just to make sure they're not a Wiccan. But my mother Olwen, she's the mayor, by the way, doesn't seem too bothered by it all. She's much too worried about something else. I heard her mumbling about some sort of monster lately. He blinks. Oh, I'm sorry. I do tend to waffle, don't I? Is there anything you'd like to know? No, keep waffling. I'm used to it. Where I come from, anytime there's a major event, someone will just walk up to you and go, damn, Hitler's back. And keep going on their day, like you didn't just say something that was totally weird. Hope the Greybeards... Damn, Hitler's back. I hope the Greybeards know what to do. And they'll just keep going. It's like, I wonder what the area of interest is. Well, can you point me around town, Lulud? I suppose so, he gestures behind him. Just in town you'll find the Way House. The Weight Master, Kolwick. He's pretty respected around here. Nearby is the Scryer Shroom Company, which sells Scryer Shrooms, of course, and, other things. Further up the hill is the mayor's house. That's where my mother, the mayor lives. He sometimes has work going. And further up is the old sacred shroom, only, it's dead. Well, what does the Weight Master do? Oh, Kolwick? He's pretty important. He went to Ryova, the capital city of the Apostolic Union. That's really far away, to get certified as a Weighmaster. He weighs things for merchants and buyers to make sure the price is fair. Might not seem like much, but for a small town like us, it means we can trade with realms like Venna, Bayonne, and Lundel. Leans closer, eyes wide. He also weighs people. Lately, he's been real worried about Wiccan sympathizers, and he has magic cipher scales that can tell if you're evil. He looks sheepish. He's not weighed me, though. I guess he doesn't think I'm tough enough to be a criminal. Or, I'm tough enough to be a criminal. Or maybe he just thinks you're a good guy. Well, it's run by Dwin, whose family's been growing Scryer Shroom for generations. Without his company, the town wouldn't really exist. Mushrooms are kind of all there is around here. I can tell that. Mother wouldn't let me drink the Scryer Shroom tea, even though she does all the time. She says it's too intense. That you have to be a reasonable adult to see the future. That you have to be a reasonable adult to see the future. I don't see the big deal, though. She mostly just hallucinates about having a bigger garden. So your mother is the mayor? He nods. Not everyone likes her, because she comes from all the way over in Lundel. That's a faraway place with castles and windswept moors and Union Heartland. I was born here, so I've never been, he sniffs. Well, why is the sacred room dead? Does someone need boots to asses put? Someone to put boots to asses? Oh, well, that's because Kolwick killed our god, of course. Oh, that Kolwick. That's a weird sentence. Would you care to elaborate? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot not everyone knows about it. He chuckles meekly. Our old god was Enugwin, and he was really mean. Like he wanted people to sacrifice themselves at the sacred shrooms to make the Scryer Shrooms grow good. He nods. Oh, that's all I wanted to know. He nods. I hope I didn't waffle too much. Way house for... Okay, stuck. That's all I want to know. Gotta get going, kid. Oh, of course. Bye. How do I put my sword away? Oh, I just threw a knife. Am I allowed to break this? No, I'm not. Alright. This is an inn, I imagine. Ah, and here's a checkpoint for us. That's good. What the f... What the hell is that? Is this the way house? Hi, are you Colwick? Man's eyes follow you with suspicion. His graying hair and weathered skin suggest he's older than most in the village, and a faded scar runs down his face. Does it? You need a town, I gather. Well, I'm the local waymaster. Name's Colwick. And I'll have you know, before you engage in any business here in Pwyll, I'll be taking your weight. So without another word, please step on the scales. He gestures to the huge contraption behind him, thanking ye kindly. Alright, I suppose. He nods. Go ahead, then. Okay. Oh, okay, thanks, game. So, am I good? He studies the dials and symbols atop the machine and scratches various notes on some parchment. Interesting. Very interesting. Did I pass? The prime glyph says you're a criminal. He shoots you a stern glance. The lesser glyphs are harder to parse. Let's see now. Says here you caused a cipher rift. I can't imagine what kind of foul sophistry you were dabbling with, but I'm mighty glad you didn't tear apart the sky realms with your foolishness. Yeah, no, that was me. But there's one more glyph. Inquisition agent? He looks up from his parchment, his face struck with puzzlement. Begging your pardon, at first glance I thought you might be one of those Dark Star mercenaries running from the Inquisition raid, but you must have been fighting those scoundrels, eh? Yes, I'm a confessor, atoning for my crimes. Well, far be it for me to delay Inquisition business. I've approved your visit to Pwyll. You won't get any trouble. He thinks a moment, but, say, in light of your profession, could lend this humble servant of the Apostatic Union a hand? There'd be an Apostatic Union passport in it for ye. You see, the Inquisition raid ain't the only reason we've been so eager to weigh people of late. There's also fears of bloody god worship among the townsfolk. After all we've been through. He looks distinctly peeved. I know, right? Probably chaos worship in this pseudo cracked out Warhammer-like universe. Sorry if you guys hear my chair. I don't mean for it to sound like that. It's an old chair. I've had it for quite a while. I'm also very, unable to sit still. Sorry if that bothers people. Sorry about that, folks. I had to briefly pause the recording because I felt something coming on and it was a massive cough. Alright, back to this. So you need help tracking down God worshippers? He leans forward and speaks low. Aye. Folk have been afeared recently, you see. The soil's dying and harvests are down. Merchants want to buy our scryer shoe more than ever, but we can't meet demand. Some have been flirting with the old ways. What makes the old way so bad? He sighs. It's been 40 years since the God War. I remember the God War. Like it from Pillars of Eternity, except it didn't fall apart after the first game. 40 years since the Apostatics told the Wiccans and their gods to go fuck themselves. I love this, man. 40 years since me and the lads drove a void spear through our own god's eye. That cruel, violent bastard of a god. Anguin. And in those 40 years, folk have forgotten how bad it was under that divine tyrant and his Wiccan lackeys. Sure, we had bountiful harvests and our purses were bulging, but our sons and daughters were taken from us, and the soil was fertilized with their blood. Yeah, no, I can get you. A god isn't worth your worship if they demand of that. Now our old god, Anguin's been dead for long enough, but they say so long as people still believe, some part of a god can live on. There's been murmuring of some folk trying to bring him back, and that's got the rest of us scared. Got the rest of us so scared. Got the rest of us. God, what brain? And that's got the rest of us and that's got the rest of us so scared shitless. Now, both a small town like this, we all know each other, and the guilty parties won't talk to me. But you're an outsider, an Inquisition agent to boot, and an Inquisition agent to boot. Sorry. I need you to ask around and try to find any Wiccan sympathizers so we can sort this out quiet-like, before the villagers start lopping each other's heads off in a frenzy. Find some out, and I'll dispense you a Union passport that'll grant passage to Hollowshire. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Well, okay, I know what a Wiccan is, but... Okay, for those who don't know, a Wiccan is usually spelled with C's, and in your world, it's like a... Well, okay, well, back in the old days of, say, ancient England and ancient Ireland, a Wiccan is somebody who practiced witchcraft. Nowadays, they're cracked-out Facebook users who think that that Mercury being in retrograde is why they can't get a boyfriend. They also don't cast spells. And they also work at McDonald's. Or Tim Hortons. So watch out. Gotta be careful when you go to either of those restaurants. Or any of your European and or Hispanic counterparts. Or African counterparts. Or Russian. You know what I mean. If your region has a doesn't have that and has a variant, you know what you mean. Just be careful. Stay strapped if you go to any of those restaurants or any coffee houses. But we're going to ask what a Wiccan is. That's what this whole rant is. Have things gotten so comfy in the Union that people have forgotten their history? Well, I'll be damned. Well, I've been in prison for about 4 years. For long as people can remember, Wiccans have acted as mediators between gods and their worshippers. He strokes his chin. Kind of like lawyers of the divine, I guess. Supposedly, they acted in the best interest of both mortals and the gods, binding both in a magical contract that made sure neither god scuppered over, except here in Pwyll, our Wiccans fucked us. The terms were all in Engwyn's favor. We can't have been alone, because 40 years ago, the Apostatics started the God War, and we weren't the only place to slay their own god, let me tell ya. Alright, I'll see what I can do. He sighs in relief. You have my thanks, newcomer. Just as soon as you find some out of sorts, you let me know. You hear? You know, part of me wants to also read these, but part of me also wants to play the game and do quests. As I've gotten older, dialogue has gotten, like, way harder for me to want to sit through, because I'm just like, put me to the game. I want to whoop some asses. These are morality scales. You'll see there's only one visible. That's because it's magically linked at the fulcrum, through a bond of cipher. Through a bond of cipher to a scale containing the moral standard. What's the moral standard? Some kind of weight? He grins. Oh no, that would be preposterous. How could you tell so much about a person by weighing him against a dead weight? No, don't be stupid. So it's like Anubis' scales? The moral standard is a person, a carefully selected person who bears qualities deemed the epitome of apostatic union morality. By weighing you against such perfect integrity, we can tell by what degree your character is lacking. Wow, if only those were real. I think the current moral standard resides far off beyond University. They have to rest and sleep between weighings, of course, which is why weigh houses only open at certain times. Well, why does a small town need to weigh people? Well, kind of being on the fringes of apostatic union territory, there are certain unseemly folk who've taken advantage of Pwyll in the past. Mercenaries like those Dark Stars in the fort over yonder have used us to smuggle ill-gotten goods into Hollowshire and beyond. So having a certified weighmaster helps Pwyll attract reputable merchants to buy helps Pwyll attract reputable merchants to buy our Scryer's Room tea. Shows we can be trusted to pay our taxes, you know? And we don't just weigh people. We can also weigh shrooms and grain, or, well, anything, really. Sorry if my voice for this guy keeps draining. I just don't want to do like last episode where I damn near threw my voice out doing fucking Inquisitor what's-her-name. Confessor what's-her-name. Or High Confessor what's-her-name. Was there anything else? Probably should ask about the Darkstar Merc. Colwick taps his nose. Ah, Inquisition business, eh? Don't worry, old Colwick can keep a secret. Well, you might try asking Nud, who's the hired muscle over at the Scryer's Room Company. Gotta say, he's a prickly fella, and I've never gotten on with him too well, but I know he used to work for the Dark Stars. His name's Nud. I like that man. I like him already. His name's Nud. But to be honest, I doubt you'll find out much in Old Pwyll. You'll be wanting to reach Hollowtown and Hollowshire to the south. You'll be wanting to reach Hollowtown and Hollowshire to the south. You'll be wanting to reach Hollowtown and Hollowshire to the south. There's a Union Council building and a bustling dock where all sort of sky ships lay anchor. But to pass over the Union Gate Bridge, you'll need an apostatic Union passport. Each one will grant you passage over a single bridge. As a certified waymaster, I have one that I'm not using. But Inquisitor or not, you'll have to earn my trust if I'm gonna get As a certified waymaster, I have one. As a certified waymaster, I have one that I'm not using. But Inquisitor or not, you'll have to earn my trust if I'm gonna just hand it over. Alright. Alright, until next time. Sorry about that. My brain legitimately was like reading it good, and then it's like. Hello? Hello? The man sips his tea and studies you intently. New face, eh? If you've got business here, talk to Dwayne at the counter. He's a proprietor of this business. I'm really only implied to make sure things go smoothly. Oh, this is Nud! Oh, I was hoping he was going to be a big buff dude who's bald and has a scar over his left eye. I was hoping Dion Wei from Dynasty Warriors. Ooh, I should put that on the channel. Because I own Dynasty Warriors 8, that's a great game. You don't seem like the rest of the villagers. He betrays a thin smile. My, you're perceptive, eh? Well, no shit, you're wearing armor. I'm a mercenary, you see. I fought with the Beyond Serpents, the Lundel Blackguard, and even the Dark Stars for a time. And now, he sips his tea, I protect the business interests of this fine gentleman, nothing more, so please pay me no heed. Do you know of any
God worshippers here?
Ah, so has old Kowick got you hunting down would-be Wiccans then? He smirks. I really don't like to get involved in such matters. What people ascribe to, be it legal or otherwise, is no business of mine. I'm no lawman, after all. He swirls its tea in its cup for a moment. Of course, it hardly needs stating that if I were looking for people involved in illicit deeds, I'd probably keep an eye out for what happens after nightfall. But that would just be stating the obvious. I feel bad, because it's like, I've never played this game before, so I don't know what does what. So if someone's playing this game and they really want me to see a certain questline, they're like, oh, Yyfgarl's gonna love the questline where he helps Nud go fight fucking the Dark God Azarad Mahakama using the Mace of Justice. But, you know, he didn't talk about Nud's time as a mercenary. I just don't want to waste your guys' time. In case some of you want to see some gameplay. Plus, also, I would hate to do an episode where 90% of it is just me talking. I know you guys probably come here for gameplay, or, again, if you use me as background noise while you play another game, perfectly acceptable. I'm not going to critique you guys for how you spend me. Alright, well, let's ask him. I'm looking for some Darkstar mercenaries. He narrows his eyes. Oh, is that so? Well, your motives better be pretty fucking congenial, because it's no secret that I'm a former Darkstar merc myself. I said I'm looking for current mercs. Of course, I haven't sailed with them in years. I left after the mutiny, once it became clear that Vela's ambitions, once so intoxicating, were likely to get us all killed. He clears his throat. Well, out with it then. Exactly who are you looking for? I'm meeting with Jack Basalt. Ah, good old Jack? He smirks. In the Union, they still call him Shame of the Navy after he abandoned his rank and station to join Vela's merry band. Yeah, I can get that. He makes me think of, Algerard, or whatever his name was from Rogue Trader, from that kind of... God, has anyone played Rogue Trader? Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader? That's a good game. I'll probably put it on the channel someday. Once I, get a playthrough first, and I know exactly what I'm doing. I say that because I'd hate to start a whole new game, because then I won't want to play it in my recreational time. You guys know what I'm saying? Like, something like Total War is like, I've already beaten Total War and gotten to, like, the end game of that, so I don't want to, you know, I don't play this in my off time because I don't want to, like, if I see something cool, you know what I mean? Oh, motherfucker. Sorry about that, folks. In battle, the man was a demon. When his voice bellowed across the deck of a skyship, sword raised high, you made sure... When his voice bellowed across the deck of a skyship, sword raised high, you made sure to heed it. But below decks, he always found time to share a drink with those under his command. Learning their names, their troubles. Not every merc captain does that. Okay, of course, I don't know if that was thanks to a kind heart or his weakness for the strong stuff. Let me guess. You're meeting in a pub, right? He grins. Well, do you know anything about Yyfgarl? He chuckles heartily. Ah, now that's a good one. You're just gonna stride up to the boss lady yourself and claim that Union bounty, are you? No, I'm working with the Inquisition. Now, don't get me wrong, I never really knew the woman. I was too low rank to be clinking my tankard with her, but I've been privy to some of her deeds, and, well... Let's just say you don't ever want to cross swords with Yyfgarl. I'll be the judge of that, because I have a little thing called magic. I'll turn her ass into a toad and then fucking put her in a microwave. Just... Or I'll tie her to a balloon and float her into the atmosphere while Major Tom by Space Oddity by David Bowie plays. As for where she's gone, I haven't the slightest idea, and I wouldn't tell you if I did. That woman has plans in motion that I couldn't begin to comprehend, and I won't be found complicit in trying to thwart her efforts for the sake of my own neck. Well, that's enough. Good. And let me be plain, you didn't hear any of this from me. Are we clear? My lips are sealed. Nod. Nud. Is that Scryershroom tea you're drinking? He is quiet a moment and merely takes a sip. Indeed. I was really hoping he'd just go, perhaps. Tell me, did old Dwin over there give you his speech about how he outsmarted his business rivals by drinking this stuff? No. He smirks. Well, I'm sorry for spoiling the tale for you. The funny thing is, he doesn't touch this stuff. It's more of a sales tactic, you might say. Whenever he does drink Scryershroom tea, he tends to get rather emotional and he tends to get rather emotional and, he grins, empties his bowels prematurely. You see, Scryershroom tea may be a popular drug, but that's all it is to most people. A party trick or a quick high. The truth is, most can't see the future from drinking it. The shroom has such a potent psychedelic effect, any premonitions are lost within the fantasy. That's how I was when I took skooma for the first time. Ah, good times. Good times. Hope the Khajiit caravan stops by soon. I'm running low on moon sugar. Ballin says I have a problem. The only problem I have is when I run out of skooma. Then it's everyone's problem. But the premonitions are there. You just need a low dosage and a certain discerning eye. That's why if you were to, say, reach for your blade right now, I'd have my knife at your throat before you knew it. Smiles warmly. Now, is there anything else? Tell me about your time as a mercenary. Nud tilts his head back and drums his fingers on his cup. Well, in my youth, I toured with various mercenary companies in the Apostolic Union. Heartland. With various mercenary companies in the Apostolic Union Heartland. There's a tale or two there. I ended up with the Dark Stars here in Pwyll, a name I'm sure you've heard of. But lately I've been freelancing in these Honoric Isles, taking on all sorts of jobs before settling in with Dwin here. Of all the realms I've been to, these isles host some of the strangest. Well, I'll be going then. Smiles politely, but says nothing. Are you Dwin, and can I get a mushroom hat? Ah, welcome, welcome. Pull up a stool if you're looking for Scryershroom. You've come to the right place. I kind of gave him a Mexican accent because he makes me think of, like, Raul from New Vegas. He leans on the counter and throws a bulging eye in your direction. Do you know what Scryershroom does, newcomer? Yes. And you'll have heard it shows you the future, but see, that puts some folk off, as they're scared of what they might see. I'm here to tell you, it ain't like that. There ain't no cipher spell in the Great Library of Beyond that can do what Scryershroom does. It plunges you into the rivers of time so you can see the bends and the currents rushing toward you. Do you know how I grew this business? Not with luck, my friend. Oh no, I used the humble... You know, with the way he doesn't say his certain, like, vowels, and he might actually be supposed to be having, like, a sort of English accent, is how I took it. The humble Scryershroom to outsmart my rivals, and now my company ships them to every corner of the Aspotic Union. So what do you say? You buyin'? So wait, do these visions always come true? He squirms a little. Well, no, I can't say they're always right. The future can be changed, see, and I won't be held accountable for any foolishness or failures you get yourself into after you use them. Okay, you've convinced me. What are you selling? That's what I like to hear. I've got a pot of Scryshroom tea on the brew, and we have also got a few other odds and ends if you're hankering for supplies. I've also a room to rent upstairs for 2 coin if you need some rest. Well, let me see what you have for sale. Oh, how much coins do I got? I'll take 1 Scryshroom tea, and I'll take a compass. Nope, that's not. How do I... Because I remember from the last episode we needed some Scryshroom tea for that guy. Now, how do I use my compass? Oh, alright, F is the block. So anyways, how you all doing? I was doing my Christmas shopping the other few days, which is why I've been a little busy and haven't been really able to upload. But I hope you're all having a great Christmas time. You know, simply having a wonderful Christmas time. The bells are ringing through the sound. Ding dong, ding dong. What the hell was that? God, this game is freaky. Back to the New York groove, yeah. Yeah, I was playing Persona 5 again. Yeah, I'm still playing that. I got to Akumura's Palace, and I really don't want to do it, because I vehemently hate that section of the game. God, yeah, take 10 days away from the player's agency. Ah, Confessor 13! 17. I just knew you'd survive the assault. The drones were all but certain you'd met a gruesome end, but you sure showed them, eh? Oh, about that tea you wanted. I got you some Scryshroom tea. Ah, Confessor! This is exactly what I was looking for. How thoughtful of you. He removes from his belt a tiny metal teapot. He slips some loose tea in the filter, and to your surprise, you notice it already contains boiling water. If you'd be so kind as to wait a moment, Confessor, I really must let this brew. You wait for an uncomfortable few minutes in total silence while the Inquisitor stares at his miniature teapot. Finally seems satisfied, he pours the liquid into a cup and takes a sip. He frowns and is silent a moment. Confessor, this is... excuse me. Damn fine tea! He takes another sip. I've tried an extraordinary number of teas in my time, and this is one of the best. My wife is going to love it. Please take this in recompense. Beads of sweat appear on the Inquisitor's forehead, and he seems to be staring at something only he can see. He mutters to himself, damn fine tea indeed. You think it is probably best to leave him be. I'm gonna go now. What did I get for that? Did he give me money? Oh, did he give me this? Okay, how do I get a better weapon? So I'm using a rusty shiv here. They couldn't have been like, oh! For your deeds to the Inquisition, I grant you a blade that won't kill something that kills faster than tetanus does. Wait, where's my stamina? Oh, right, we leveled up. No, we didn't. Huh. I can summon shit? Sweet. Oh, God. Like, am I tired? Is it because I'm sprinting everywhere? I don't rightly know. I've got some questions, sir. Well, if you want to know about Scryshrooms, I'm the person to ask. Been growing and trained them since I was this high. Heard Pwyll has a... He shoots you an angry glance. A lot of folk talk about that. A lot of folk don't know what they're talking about. Sure, a lot of mercenaries have set up shop around these parts, and yeah, we trade with them. But here in Pwyll, we pay our taxes just like anyone. But here in Pwyll, we pay our taxes just like anyone in the Union. That's why old Colwick went to Riva to learn to be a weight master and all. He eyes narrows. And if you've been snooping around and seen some things you don't like the look of, I'd advise you to keep your trap shut. I don't pay Nut over there just for his looks, you know? He protects my business interests, hear me? Well, how's the Skyrim trade? Oh, demand's never been better. This shop I run's just out of respect for the village. But really, I make my money selling shrooms in bulk to merchants. And there's a real penchant for the stuff. These days, peddlers, poets, and polymaths alike are drinking the stuff from Mundle to Venna. In the tea rooms of Bayonne, ladies and gents are seeing their futures unfurl before them. But I'd be lying if I said it was all good news. The harvest's been down lately, and each year we're growing less of the stuff. He speaks low, suddenly sullen. If Uncle were here, he'd know what to do. Okay, thanks. He nods. Anything else? Oh, no. Okay, that just... Well, farewell. Okay, he knows nothing about the Wiccans. I don't want to know what that thing is. Take it, this is like a lighthouse of some sort? This is the mayor's house? I take it so. Greetings! The woman sits with her eyes closed, a pained expression on her face. Various medallions and necklaces hang around her neck, suggesting she holds some important position here in Pwyll. She mutters under her breath, "Flames. For the flames! I have to douse the flames!" Is everything okay? Ah! She looks at you with a frenzied intensity to her gaze. What are you doing? You've got to get out of here! The Natalob will burn you alive. Or the Natalob. What are you talking about? Can't you see it? The monster rising above the flames? Oh, the horror. We have to... She stops mid-sentence and blinks slowly. After a moment, she says, Nothing's on fire, is it? No. Oh, how embarrassing. I'm terribly sorry. You caught me in the middle of a divination. My name is Olwen, mayor of this humble village of Pwyll. How do you do? Did you say divination? Are we going to die? She chuckles nervously. Oh, by the sky realms, not at all. There's only one distinct possibility we'll be burned alive. You see, I found myself presented with quite the dilemma. It's really nothing to worry about, so please don't cause a fuss. I have the whole thing quite under control. I was merely indulging in a Skyrim meditation to divine what manner of threat this giant monster could pose, and, it turns out it's really not much of a problem at all, she gulps. Wait, what about this? Wait, what's this about a giant monster? Oh, it's not common knowledge. She looks genuinely relieved. I thought the whole town would be talking about it by now. You see, a small mercenary band was made certain, You see, a small mercenary band has made certain, demands. No, I don't mean Vela's Darkstar. Sislot are much less, accomplished. Which makes it all the more puzzling how they... which makes it all the more puzzling how they got their hands on a giant Nautalob. What's a Nautalob, exactly? She waves her hand dismissively. Just a Skyrealm's mollusk that you find around these parts. Easily recognizable by their shells, but I had absolutely no idea they could get this big. Those mercenary scoundrels are threatening me with their huge Nautalob. They claim they'll sack the town if I don't comply with their absurd demands. I really don't want to cause a panic in the town, so I'm at a loss of what to do. But if someone could sneak into their fortress to the southeast and ascertain whether this Nautalob thing has any weakness we could exploit, well, let's just say that person would find themselves firmly within my favor. What if those mercenaries were to disappear? Oh, well, that would be quite the tragedy. The idea of more blood being spilled on Pwyllian soil is a horrible thought. Oh, fuck you. Her eyes narrow. But of course, it would rather solve the problem here, wouldn't it? With so little funds to hire guards, it would be awfully hard to catch the perpetrator of such a crime. She smiles suddenly. Oh, but pay me no mind. I'm merely thinking out loud. Now, was there anything else? Do you know about any Wiccan worship going on? There's, kinda on the nose for that one, on the hunt. God worship? In Pwyll? Surely not. Most of the villagers who are old enough to remember actively relishing the death of their former god Anguin for all the horrible things he did? Are you flexing? Are you like, oh yeah, look at me. I may be 83, but I'm jacked as shit. These 24-inch pythons. I met your son. Oh yes, my darling boy. Was he just loitering around on the path again? I can never get that boy to pursue his studies, no matter how hard I try. She sighs. But I shouldn't be too hard on him. There aren't any other children his age in Pwyll, and my mayoral duties keep me so busy. Oh, that reminds me. It's nearly time for my invigorating annotations. I'm looking for Darkstar mercenaries. Oh, please. If I hear one more word about this bloody Darkstar, she shakes her head. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the current thing going on. We've always had our fair share of miscreants attracted to Pwyll. It turns out it's not only poets and horticulturalists who are attracted to the solitude of the countryside. When that wretched Velicoso moved in with her cohorts, you wouldn't believe the type of scoundrels we had prancing up and down our idyllic cobbled streets. She sighs. And now, on top of everything else, we have the Inquisition raiding the island. So I'm sorry, but if you have dealings with those ruffians, I really can't help you. Maybe you'll have better luck with someone else around town. I know Nutt has done some jobs for them. You can usually find him in the local shop. Why don't you try asking him about it? As Pwyll's mayor, I'm of course exhaustively busy, but she mumbles to herself. I suppose I can postpone my meditative dance until later. You know, I wouldn't... You know, I'm starting to see why Swole, another YouTuber... I'm not affiliated with him, but I watch him a lot. That's the name of his channel, Swole and Swole Plays. He's got two. He's a Twitch streamer. Recommend him. He doesn't like reading notes, and I always wondered why. But now that I'm actively playing a game with minimal dialogue, spoken dialogue, I understand why. Oh, man. Do you know there was a mercenary band in that old fort? Well, I wouldn't be much of a mayor if I didn't know that, would I? Under Union law, mercenaries are perfectly legal organizations. The trouble is that in peacetime, they tend to lean toward... The trouble is that in peacetime, they tend to lean towards more illicit pursuits. Being so far from the capital city of Yyfgarl, Pwyll's attracted numerous types of ruffians over the years. They never caused too much trouble, at least until Vela's Darkstar mercenaries moved in. Caused too much trouble, at least until Vela's Darkstar mercenaries moved in. You'd never have guessed they were once the most respected sellswords in the Union based on their recent behavior. I'm sure you've noticed that all the ruckus coming from the old... I'm sure you've noticed all that... I'm sure that you've noticed all that ruckus coming from the old... I'm sure you've noticed all that ruckus coming from the old God War fortress. The Apostatic Union has finally had enough, you see. What time they taught that Vela a lesson, but all those... I'm sure you've noticed that all that ruckus coming from the old God War fortress. The Apostatic Union has finally had enough, you see. It's about time they taught that Vela a lesson. But all those explosions are really disrupting my morning routine. Alright, that's all. She sighs. Was there anything else? No. Farewell. Oh my gosh. Sweet mother of Talos. Where the hell are we going now? Well... So, quick question. Is that the giant Nautalob? Oh, that's the Apostatic Union Bridge. Can I fall? I was expecting to die from that. Man. No, yeah, that's gotta be the Nautalob. Oh, I get there from that guy, okay. Oh, hang on, my eye's itching. Excuse me, sir. Emir. The farmhand sits aimlessly, watching the mushrooms. Have you heard of any god worshippers around here? He looks suddenly nervous. Emir don't know nothing, you hear? If I get caught talking... Wait, are you a slave? Why are you talking like that? Emir don't know nothing, you hear? If I get caught talking about that kind of stuff, Cole can go and weigh me on those scary sail of his. A busy day? You startled the farmhand. Oh, Emir wasn't slacking off. Oh, no. It's just there ain't much to do around here lately on account of the poor shroom yield. Each year the harvest get leaner and leaner. The wind says it'll be fine, but I don't think even he believes it. Last time I took Scry's room, I saw a vision of Pwyll, barren and bare. The house is all ruined. Honestly, unless we do something, this town ain't got much of a future, I reckon. Well, I'll leave you to it. He returns to staring at the mushrooms. Master got me working. Master gon' set me free. Hello? Inquisitor Agent Yyfgarl. Well, you know what? Why don't we head on down to that fortress and we'll put boots to asses. What the hell is this thing? Hello? Oh. Back! Ow! What the hell are you? Get away from me! Ah! Ow! Yeah, get on the ground! Yeah, give me your fucking throwing knife. I am the goddamn Inquisitor. They call me High Confessor Yyfgarl. They will one day. I'm making this my career choice. Give me that good shit. That gain jitter seed. Oh, hey, there's a potion up here. And, Truth Potion. Spells illusions and reveals the truth of things. The Union has banned the use of this potion for it interferes with many of their officially sanctioned spells. Huh. There's probably some type of commentary there about how the Inquisition is might be obfuscating the truth to better serve their power. But, I don't know. Oh, I almost just... Wait, will this hurt me? Probably. This won't. Alright. Oh, there's another one of them things. Try and sneak up on it. Now, knowing my luck, he might just turn around the minute I get up there. But, don't matter. We'll just put boots to asses. Come on. Yeah, get some. Wow. Oh, and I got a lockpick out of it. That's what happens when you put boots to asses against Yyfgarl. Gain Paradoxicus. Paradoxicus. Ooh. Aww. I want to go up there. There's a floating island. Oh, what's this? What's this? A locked door? Oh. Come on! Yeah! Ooh, we got some iron ore! Hell yeah! Oh, that's what the we're fighting Nautilobs. Okay. See, I knew it was something like mollusk or, you know, aquatic because it's called a nautilus. It has nada in the name, which generally is not a coal. There's also such a thing called a nautilus. And what the hell is that? Creepy stuff happens in the middle of nowhere. It's up to Yyfgarl to save. Are you evil? Are you gonna hurt me? Oh, it's a silk slug. Wait, are you gonna hurt me? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I almost just ran up and stabbed that thing right in the ass. Hello? Are you worshipping any gods? Stop right there. The man brandishes a particularly rusty sword in your direction. You're not ticking, are ye? No metallic limbs, leaky joints? Why would I be leaking? Ticking? Because you might be a mechanical contraption hiding in the skin of a person. He gasps for air and blinks at you. Well, don't look at me like I'm daft. It's a perfectly reasonable suspicion. He prods you a few more times. God, well, I'll admit you don't seem like a mindless killing machine from that blasted Clockwork Kingdom. Just since the attacks have been pretty jumpy. Wait, Clockwork Kingdom? New here, are ye? The Donoric Isles are home to a certain Clockwork Kingdom, due east of this here hamlet of Pwyll. For a while, they were decent enough neighbors, except for those bothersome factories building out smoke and the occasional explosion rocking the whole isle something fierce. But folks say their machine king went mad, and now some of their gadgets and gizmos are spilling across the border and wreaking havoc with my crops. Can you tell me that machine that's been bothering you? He shies. Aye. By mechanical monstrosities. He frowns at you. And don't laugh. I'm being sincere. They've been coming from the east, where the snow's been falling. Funny thing, it never used to snow here. At first they were just little things, but lately one huge metal bastard has taken to tending my crop shrooms with its weapons. If I try and shoot away, it attacks. I can try and shut it down for you. You would? Oh, I'd be mighty appreciative if you managed to do it. There'd be some coin in it for you. The machine seems to lurk in the snow-tipped mountain to the east. Simplest way of dealing with it would be to smash it to pieces, but its armor will deflect any blow that ain't strong enough. Okay. So maybe there's some way of shutting it down? There were a couple of suspicious container crates that fell in the forest around here. Well, I've got to get going. He nods. Also gonna loot your house. Inquisition business! Bro's got the love bed. The love bed! Alright. Right. Gotta get the, bitter seed. Jetter seed. Okay, so I think that my fatigue is measured by that yellow bar, so I probably should have slept. Man, how the hell did you get that thing? Well, now I need to be careful. Excuse me. Guten Morgen. Ich bin ein Yyfgarl Donnerpolizin. Stop right there. This is the Steam Mercenary Company headquarters of the Rotten Onions. None may pass without authorization from our captain, John Birdbark. What kind of name is the Rotten Onions? Are you fucking stupid? It's a very fine name, I'll have you know. Birdbark is an esteemed scholar and battle wizard. Oh, now I definitely need to put my foot up his ass. As well as our captain. It's his reasoning that it's a name designed to strike fear in our enemies. And, how does that work? Well, it's semiotic seed, like words and their meaning and stuff. But why do onions strike fear into the hearts of your enemies? The guard tilts his head and scratches his jaw. Well, people don't like onion seed. They make you cry. And rotten ones are even worse. Never mind, I give up. The guard nods, evidently satisfied. What's with the giant monster? Oh, it's a giant noddle-op. Pretty scary, huh? He leans close and chuckles, but you don't quite get the joke. You see, the mayor of Pwyll hired us to do a job, but she's refusing to pay up, so we're going to sack the place unless she hands over the coin. Oh. What job was it? Wait, what's this about a ledger? What are the difficulties? Court of Slaw? I think you mean Court of Law. You know, I wouldn't be surprised during this game. Sorry about that, folks. My phone was vibrating, if you heard that. And how can I get this ledger? Well, I'd sneak in at night while the mayor's asleep, of course, then bring it back to me, and you'll officially be a friend of the Rotten Onions. Well, I'm a huge fan. Okay. Well, damn it. Well. Great. You know? I'm gonna find a way in. An RPG. That's terrifying. Are we on the surface of Jupiter? Ah. This just isn't like New Vegas where it called me a misanthrope. Oh. Stamina potion. See? There's a back entrance. I'm smart. Now here's the thing. I know that someone's going to say, oh, well, the mayor didn't stiff them on a job. It's like, well, we don't know the job. That's all I'm saying. Is that, like, again, the job could very much have been, like, they could have not done the job, but are still expecting to be paid. Dick, come on. Come on. Come on. Are you serious? One more. Come on. Need a 6. There we go. That was all my picks. Okay, we're in. Oh, God. Yeah. Burn. Oh, fucking shurikens! You know, how the hell do I find out about this thing's weakness? I imagine I should be going lower. I'm using my video game knowledge. Actually, I want to see where this thing's lower half is. Actually, if I have any reasoning to think, it might actually be in the captain's quarters. Issue is, I have to make sure I get there without being spotted. Thankfully, they all disappear when they die, so they're just going to think Jim quit his job and left. And went home. Oh, am I tired right now? Is that why I'm like Yeah, to be fair, I knew there was a sleep mechanic, but I thought that was more of a saving thing. Oh, son of a... Come on! Come on! Come on! Wait, what the hell? Oh. Secrets. Luckily, I'm good at capturing secrets. Aha! Classic Batman! How's this? Oh, I've embraced a delusion? The desk contained a number of scrawled notes, mostly pertaining to illusion spells. From what you find here, you can surmise that someone was trying to cast an illusion of significant scale. There are also numerous anatomical sketches of Nautilobs. It seems that the giant monster isn't all what it seems. It was a trick this whole time. Huh. I'm gonna wake up to a broken-in house. You're gonna be like, who stole my shit? What? Alright. And we're gonna head back. Alright, we're gonna head back down there. We're gonna head back to the village and talk to the mayor first about the job. And if she tells us she stiffed them, we're gonna help them out. Actually, will this fall kill me? This fall will kill me. Need to get the hell out of here. I'm usually not the stealthy guy, but honestly, these rotten onions. Yes, thank you. I know I've got unspent delusions. My mind is an enigma. Don't tell me what to do with my delusions. And they'll never know I was here. Ah! Ooh! They'll never. Ah! And I made out like a bandit. Ah! Ah! Just fall right off the fucking edge into the abyss and die. What a tragic end for our brave hero. Well, if we go this way, it's a sacred shroom. Someone has scrawled, "Fuck Engwin" underneath. Huh. Alright, so we're back in the mayor's office. We're gonna ask her about... Yeah. Mercenaries say you never paid them. Oh. Oh, that makes actually a lot of sense. We won't have to worry about the giant Nautilob. Oh my, really? I can't believe I didn't think of that. So the town is saved? We're not going to burn alive? Hurrah! Anyway, please take this reward along with my heartfelt thanks. You've done Pwyll a fine service today. Alright, now let's put a... Oh, my lore and spellcasting are... Okay, so my might is 1 and my wisdom is 2, so I'll pump... I've got an achievement. We're gonna pump wisdom, because I want to cast spells. Maybe we'll go off into might, because I'm gonna be swinging my sword a lot. Hopefully maybe I can get me a mace and just be like, bonk, bonk. Alright. Well, we've been playing for over an hour. I've actually had to start pausing the recording, because I don't edit these videos. So we're gonna hit this bed up, and we're gonna, you know, go to sleep. I'd like to rent a room. Have you seen any rumor... I'm just asking a harmless question. Damn right you're not accusing anyone, because I'm old enough to have lost family to that bastard god, like plenty other folk round here. Thought of bringing him back sends a chill through my bones. Sighs heavily. It's true the business has been hurting lately. The soil's not what it was when I was a boy, and each year the wheel... The soil's not what it was when I was a boy, and each year... The soil wasn't what I was... The soil wasn't... Or the soil isn't what it was when I was a boy, and the soil wasn't what I... Or the soil wasn't what... Or the soil wasn't what it was when I was a boy, and the yield is getting leaner. But I'd sooner pack the whole thing in and be begging on the streets of Hallshire than subject Pwyll to that tyrant god again. He lowers his voice to us, whisper, "There really are folk round here praying to Engwin, and I'm not saying there are. They'd be doing it under the cover of darkness, I'd wager. Only last night I saw someone lurking in the dark as I was packing up. Now if someone were to rest until nightfall, they might be able to get a better look. That'll be all I'll say on the matter. So don't be asking again, you hear? So don't be asking me again, you hear? I'd like to peruse your services. I'd like to rent a room. I'll take it. 2 coins. Ah. Okay. I'll not be an animal. Alright, we're actually going to rest until nightfall, so when we get on next time we can actually play and do the quest. But anywho, thank you all for watching. I've been Yyfgarl. I hope I'm recording. I hit play. Okay, good. This has been Dread Delusion. I hope you're all enjoying this series. If my voice sounds a little hoarse, it's because, you know, a lot of that reading is added up. But anyways, I hope you are enjoying this series. I think the world this place has entered is really good, and I think the writing is phenomenal. I like how that side quest kind of seemed like, oh, hey, like, she's stiffing us, and it's like, you think, like, okay, she's corrupt, and then it's just like, no, they literally killed 3 Nautilobs and just died. I thought that was fun. I'm like, oh, okay, I don't feel bad calling these people's bluff. But, anyways, I've been Yyfgarl. This has been Dread Delusion. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like button and share it with your friends. Liking it helps me out, and honestly, you might help your friend out by giving them a channel they might like. I don't know. Helps me out. It helps me out, you know? Try not to sound like a press like, subscribe, you know. But again, if you enjoy the video, leave a like. If you want, recommend me to your friends if you think they'd like me. And if you want to see more content by me, you can subscribe. I'm not going to twist your arm or anything. I'm just happy. If you came here to visit, that's fine. Good to see you. Hope you enjoyed. But anyways, I've been Yyfgarl. This has been Dread Delusion. I'll see you all. Same wizard time, same wizard channel. Praise Talos.